Yo, what's up, guys? It's Nick from Megad's Gaming. Welcome back to another MLB The Show 21 Diamond Dynasty videos today. Got more custom cards, more predictions. Today we're going to be predicting the June Player of the Month. This is a very deep list of players that could get it who don't have high overall cards. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing I need to say is the player card arts were made by my friend MLB20 Card Art on Twitter. Go follow him. He's very good at this stuff, very good. And then the attribute mockups were made by me using the website, the Show Zone. I don't know why I can't talk, but it's a great website where you basically insert a player image and you can make a custom attribute screen for pitchers and hitters. It takes 5 minutes. It's really, really cool. So if you guys want to do your own mockups, just go use that site because it's very good. So for the first card, we have Yusei Kikuchi. He had a sneaky good month. He didn't have a great amount of starts, but he did have 4 starts, and his ERA was very strong. It was 1.8. And one more thing I want to say, just one more thing. Some of the stats on the player cards might not be actually their final June stats because MLB Card Art and I made the cards 3 to 4 days before June ended. So some stats might be wrong, but you get the general point. But yeah, Yusei Kikuchi had 4 starts, really good month. He had a 1.8 ERA with a 1.06 whip, cutter, 4-seam, slider, splitter, changeup. This card will be very, very good for a budget card that you get for getting 5 points. One other thing is his live series card does not have a splitter, but I checked on Fangraphs his pitch selection, and he throws the splitter a lot. So I think they're going to give him a splitter on this card if they do. And I mean, they definitely should because he used it a lot in the month of June. But yeah, I just want to point that out. But this card would be a nice free card to get, a lefty. 188 for per nines, good control. Yusei Kikuchi I think would be perfect for this one. Next we got Rino Tapia. I mentioned this guy in one of my roster update predictions about his hitting streak. He had an 18-game hitting streak in June, and he had a lot of multi-hit games. I feel like he's definitely set up for a Player of the Month card. He's never really been good before. He's been meh, but he's never really been a really valuable player on the field. I think he definitely deserves to get a diamond. I don't see anywhere else in the game where he could get one. So I think the June Player of the Month is a perfect scenario. He hit 356. He's going to have high contact, not amazing power. He had a bunch of doubles, not many home runs though. Yeah, you're going to have high contact, cold fielding with good speed too. I think this Rino Tapia card would be pretty good. Next, we're going to talk about Manaea, and yes, I know, the overalls look weird. I get it. All right, just... MLB Card Art made his own for some of them, and then I asked to borrow them, and I just changed overalls based on my opinion. But just ignore it. All right. Manaea, he had a very good month, 1.13 ERA. That could be inaccurate, from what I said earlier. But Manaea, he was a very good pitcher this month. He would have a great pitch mix, sinker, changeup, curveball, slider, 4-seam. The speed differentials would definitely be there if those are the differentials he gets. 95, 90 per nines. 100 walks per 9 and 90 control. That would be a very, very good card with control, and he has high break, not incredible velocity, but this card would be a nice crafty lefty if you guys need one. Manaea is another one. Now we're going to talk about Michael Brantley. He had the best batting average in baseball in the month of June. He's been unreal. His contact could honestly be maxed out. I didn't max it out against lefties just because it wasn't in the it was in the 400s against righties, but against the lefties it was the low 300s. So that's why I did 113 instead of 125. But this card has more power than Rino Tapia, and he's going to have silver defense with okay speed. So he's not going to be the best fielder, but he's going to be a nice guy who's just going to get so many singles. He's going to slap so many pitches to left. He's going to be a nice card. Here we have Trivino, 4-seam cutter, sinker, curveball, changeup. He, before June 30th, he did not give up a single run. So yes, Trivino in the entire month of June, except for June 30th, he did not give up an earned run. So yeah, and he's also perfect on saves in the entire month of June. But this card would be very good with 99 velocity, 99 break, per 9's almost through the roof, like great control. This card would be in most people's teams. He would be in my team. He would have the cutter and the sinker and other pitches too. I think this card is definitely going to be in the program. It's just a matter of if his stats hold up. So next we're going to talk about Kyle Schwarber. Now Kyle Schwarber, we all know that he has been electric this month. Nobody has hit more home runs than Kyle Schwarber. The one problem with Kyle Schwarber is I don't think he's going to be good enough for the Lightning card. I just don't. I think those stats against lefties, they're going to be real. Like, they're not just going to be juiced up to make him the Lightning card, in my opinion. I want him to be the Lightning card. I feel like that would be dope to have him at catcher. So, I'm not rooting against it. I just don't think it's going to happen because he would have to have, like, better fielding, or significantly better fielding, and really good stats against lefties, if you know what I mean. Because he would have to be like a 98, 97, maybe even 99. I don't think Kyle Schwarber has enough to be the Lightning card, but he's definitely going to have a high overall diamond in this program. As you can see by the stats, he would still be an incredible card. 99, 125 versus righties, 82, 100 versus lefties. It would be a great card who would have catcher as a secondary. Next, we're going to talk about Jonathan Schoop. First base primary, keep that in mind. He's been playing first base this year, not second. He'll still be able to play the infield at a gold defensive level if his fielding's 88. 70 speed is good. He's going to have really good stats against lefties and solid stats against righties shown in this graphic. 125, 119 versus lefties, 80, 88 versus righties. I feel like this Jonathan Schoop card, if he came out, he would be very good because we all know that Jonathan Schoop is just a BR goon, and if he had like a really high diamond, I think he would be in a lot of teams. Second to last, we have Gary Sanchez, and yes, Gary Sanchez has had a phenomenal month of June. He struggled all of last year, he struggled in the beginning of this year, and then June he just erupted. He is very good. I feel like Gary Sanchez should be one of the highest cards in this program. But I'll say one thing about him too, is that it's going to be hard for this card to be significantly better than the 89. It's definitely possible for him to get up in the overalls because they have a lot of room to grow defensively with him. He always has a really strong arm. It's not like insanely accurate, but it's still like all four of the fielding stats are going to go way up because Gary Sanchez has never been a good fielder. He hasn't been horrible, but he hasn't been like really good. So they can definitely increase it to like the silver range, I think they're going to do. But they're going to completely juice this card because they have to make him better than the 89 if they give him a Player of the Month card, which I'm very sure that he deserves one. But Gary Sanchez, he would have amazing power, like always, high contact. I think the difference between this card and the second half one in the Team Affinity program would be the vision, discipline, and clutch in the contact versus lefties and the fielding. I know it's sort of a lot that I'm throwing at you guys, but I feel like if they boost all of those a lot and the power a little, we could get a really high overall Gary Sanchez. Lastly, for the Lightning card, I have Matt Olson. He fits perfectly. He has never had a finest card. He has never had a card super high overall. I feel like Matt Olson fits perfectly. He has the capability of being a 98 overall. With hitting stats like that, he has the fielding. It's going to be diamond. I'm very sure it's going to be 95, so he'll be diamond in right field. Thankfully, he has right field. For the people who have David Ortiz, I want them to boost that speed up to around 60. I think his live series is in like the mid to high 40s. I hope they boost it so that he's actually usable in the outfield. But yeah, he's going to have great fielding and reaction. He doesn't have a good arm, but he's a first baseman naturally. He hit lefties a lot better than righties for average, and then for power, he hit better against righties. So I have 100, 125 for contact, and then 120, 108 for power, with solid vision, discipline, and clutch. But this card will be an absolute beast. We all know Matt Olson has a beautiful swing in this game. I feel like this card would be very end game, in my opinion, and he would be on so many lineups who don't have Ortiz. It would just fit perfectly into the no money spent grind. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I've been your Snake from Big Gaming. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.